my name is Rebecca and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to welcome all my new subscribers and I am excited to show you another foam board craft. I promised you foam board crafting and so that is what I'm going to deliver. I'm also going to give you another little craft that I threw together from the Dollar Tree. I shop at the Dollar Tree. I do a lot of shopping at the Dollar Tree and I do a lot of shopping at Dollar General and Family Dollar. And these are the stores that I shop at because I like to craft for my home and for my work home on a budget. And I like to have a lot of seasonally pleasing, beautiful items in my home and in my work home that are absolutely beautiful, but I don't like to spend a lot of money because they are seasonal and you're going to just have them up for a few weeks, a month, and then you're just going to take them down. And I don't like to break the bank. I don't like to spend a lot of money on these items. But on the other hand, I like to look at them and they make me happy. So my mom and I actually was having a conversation about this very thing yesterday evening. And what she said that she found frustrating was the crafters that she followed on Facebook and YouTube that used to do a lot of Dollar Tree crafting and a lot of budget crafting were getting away from that, and they were more into Cricut crafting or glove forge and all of these big fancy things that the average person did not have in their home. And that is not me. I do have a Cricut, but I'm going to be honest, design space sometimes makes my head hurt, and I just don't have enough Jesus in my life sometimes to get on design space and do that. So I will do a lot of stenciling, I will do a lot of stickers, and I like to show you crafts that the average person, that anybody can actually do in their home and turn out a beautiful piece of artwork and craft that you could be proud of to have in your home. So that is what you're going to see on my channel, and that's what I'm going to show you. So if that's what you like to see, then stick around, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell so that you can be notified when I upload my next video, and come craft with me. I have made two other projects out of this one piece of foam board, so it's kind of already cut into. I have made a giant popsicle out of this. It's a wall decor piece. And then I have made a giant ice cream cone out of a bicycle wheel from the Dollar Tree, deco mesh, and foam board. And I will tell you, I have not seen another crafter make a deco mesh ice cream cone out of a bicycle wheel. So if you have caught that video, I will link it down below in the description box for these two videos. And if you catch that, this is an original idea of mine. I have not seen another crafter do it. So that is, you've seen it here first. Anyhow, I picked up this welcome sign at the Dollar Tree, and I thought that these little popsicles would make the perfect template. I am going to do something with this little popsicle sign, another place, another time, another video. Anyway, I thought that these would make a perfect template, so I just laid it on the foam board and I traced it out with an ink pen, and then I took my crafting knife and I just gently cut out this template with my crafting knife. And it was a little tricky because I did not have the right blade on my crafting knife. So, lesson learned. I had a small blade in my little crafting knife. I bought this crafting knife at the Dollar Tree, and it came with 6 different blades. And so I had the smaller blade in my knife instead of the bigger blade. So I don't know why I didn't just take the time to change the blade out, but I didn't. It's just the chaotic world that I live in. And so I just decided to struggle through instead of taking the extra 2-3 minutes that it would take to change the blade out. I don't know why I do the things that I do sometimes, but I do. So I just struggle with it until I got it cut out. If you see this craft knife set at the Dollar Tree, snag it up, because I'm telling you, I have got utility knives at Walmart and Harbor Freight and different places. They do not work as well as this set does when you have the right blade in your set. I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint for this project in the color of white and crimson and ocean. And I've tried to stick with the same color scheme throughout my patriotic decor and my summer decor this season, just to keep some continuity going. And I'm making sure that I'm painting the sides of my project because they are going to show. I did not paint the back of this, but I did make sure that I painted the sides. And so I'm just going to do the top part of this in red, and then the middle part I'm going to do with the white, and paying attention to the sides. And I did not make sure that my lines were straight and even, because I wanted my popsicles to look, I don't know, kind of uneven on purpose. I wanted them to look a little kind of melty, I guess. Just popsicles are not really precise when you pull them out of the package, so I didn't want them to look really, I wanted them to look realistic, and so I didn't make sure my lines were really straight across. I did want them to look a little bit wavy, so I just I did that on purpose. And if they were a little bit too straight, I went in with a little bit of white and a little bit of red and a little bit of blue, and I made sure that they were a little bit kind of uneven on purpose. And so then at the bottom, I put the color of ocean at the bottom and kind of made it a little bit of a bomb pop, but you know, my idea of a red, white, and blue popsicle. And it covered really well, so I did not need 2 coats on this foam board. It covered really, it was great. I really liked how the paint sticks to the foam board, and even if there was a little bit of white showing through, it's really not that big of a thing, because you kind of just want it to look a little bit handcrafted, a little bit distressed. And I don't know, popsicles do have a little bit of the white showing through when you pull it out of the package. So I was just really kind of pleased with how it actually came through and it painted. So my second popsicle, I just decided to paint all blue. And once again, you can paint your popsicles however you want, because that is the beauty of crafting. And you have an imagination, and when you sit down and you start to craft, I think a lot of people just give you inspiration, and you can just kind of go with it. I have seen other crafters do this project, and they've done it with cardboard and other things. I kind of took my inspiration from this little welcome sign that I kind of tore apart, and I thought it was really cute, and I thought that I could make mine out, kind of took my inspiration from this welcome sign. But you could do this with anything. I chose foam board because I had it at the house, and that's was cost effective for me, and I'd already done some projects with it. So once I kind of had my blue painted, I kind of went through, like I said, with the white, and kind of made my lines intentionally a little bit wavy and a little uneven, and kind of touched up a few areas. And then I put just a little bit of white on the edges, so that it kind of looked a little bit frosty, like it had just maybe come out of the freezer, and just kind of give it a little zhuzhing up. And then I just took a little bit off to the side and kind of just gave it a little bit of on the blue one, just gave it just a little bit, some white detail, and it doesn't take very long for this paint to dry. And so on the other one, on the third one, I kind of taped it off, and then I put in some red, and then I used masking tape on this because my masking tape was a little bit better size than what my painter's tape was. And so I just put in some red stripes, and I thought maybe some red and white stripes would look a little bit cute on this project, and so I just taped off where I thought some red and white stripes would look the cutest. And so I put in some red and white stripes and kind of used the edge of my brush to kind of measure out how wide I wanted my stripes to be, and then just kind of ran my brush down the side of it and kind of had taped off the edges, and was just just kind of played around with it a little bit and kind of dabbed my paint on just a little bit, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing at this point, and so I was just kind of just playing around because the tape was a little bit, I probably should have used washi tape. It was a little thinner, but I had gone ahead with the masking tape, and so I was just kind of working with what I had gone with. So once I had started, that's kind of, I just went with it. So I kind of then took a thinner paintbrush with the white and kind of put a little bit of white paint on the sides and kind of tried to fill in and give a little bit more definition in the middle there, and kind of make a little bit better white in the middle. Kind of clean up my edges just a little bit. And then I just took some blue and I just kind of made a little bit of some swishes on the side just to kind of get some blue into my red and white stripes. And I don't know, I was just playing around. I don't really freehand paint very well. I'm not a good painter. I leave that to my husband and my mother. So I just sit down and I just kind of start playing. Everybody's a better painter in my house than me. So when it comes to painting and freehanding things, that is not my deal. I'm the first one to admit it. So I just kind of dipped some blue and some red into some paint and just made some little swishes. I glued a popsicle stick on the back of these to make little popsicles, and then I had my little popsicles. I thought they turned out pretty cute for not knowing what I was doing. I'm going to make a garland. That is my situation that I'm going for here. And so I had this pumpkin sign that from the Dollar Tree that I had down in my stash, and so I thought it would be the right size to make some tassels. So I took the twine from Dollar Tree from the nautical section, and I just wound it around this little wooden pumpkin, and I had some white twine in my stash. It's kind of a softer twine, and I thought maybe it would add a little bit of softness to this really rustic, primitive, rough twine. I thought it would maybe soften this up a little bit, so I added this, and I probably put about 15 all together, and then I just kind of smushed it together with my fingers, and then I just tied it in a really tight knot a little ways down from my loop after I pulled it off of this little pumpkin decor piece, and I just tied it in a really tight knot so that it wouldn't go anywhere. And then I just, as soon as I had my knot really good and tight, I just wound it several times around to make a little bit of a kind of a little knot, a little tassel knot, a little to kind of keep all the pieces together. And then I just kind of hot glued a little dab of hot glue and made sure everything was nice and tight. And then I just cut my twine off, a nice smooth edge. And then I just kind of fluffed it, and then I just cut the pieces in on the other end. And I'm just I got out of frame really bad here, and I apologize, but I took my finger and I made sure that I had a really good loop on the end, because I'm just going to slide this tassel through the rope end of my my garland. And so I'm just going to cut all of the pieces off at the end of this tassel, very nice and even. But I thought that this white twine would kind of make it, I don't know, flowy and a little bit more frilly and a little bit more playful, and kind of make it look a little bit, I don't know, a little bit different. I couldn't decide if I liked it or not. Once I got it up on the garland, I really did kind of like it, but I was on the fence, really bad on the fence with that. But anyway, what's done is done. I had some foam scatter, and then I took out the smaller stars of this foam scatter, and I glued one red star, one white star, and one blue star to each one of these tassels. And then I was ready to put it all together. I have figured out that these garlands are such an easy, cost-effective way to zhuzh up a corner of the room, and I am absolutely in love with them. And I think I'm just going to keep doing them for every season. So I measured end to end on the command hooks that I have on each corner of my hutch, and I just tied a really good knot. And then I slipped my tassel through the twine, and then I hot glued my popsicle sticks where they needed to be. And I thought this was an absolutely adorable way to bring my red, white, and cool theme that I'm going for this summer season into my dining room and brighten up this corner and just kind of make everything so beautiful and patriotic. For my next craft, I brought the chair cover that Dollar Tree has. They have even restocked this chair cover. I was so excited to see it. And it's 24 by 18 inch. It is a huge chair cover. And so I had a pillow that I was getting ready to throw out. And I thought, well, I can use it for something. So I just used the stuffing out of this pillow, and I just kind of opened it up, and I hot glued from one end to the next. And you could use this outdoor, because this actually would be a good outdoor pillow as well, because this material this chair cover is made from would be great for an outdoor pillow. But I just hot glued the end. You could actually sew it if you wanted to, but I chose the easy way, and I just hot glued the bottom together after I had it really good and stuffed. And hot glue works for me. I mean, come on. I do things the easy way. And so I just ran a bead of hot glue and kind of pinched the two ends together. And this turned out so cute. 18 by 24 makes a beautifully sized pillow. And it just kind of filled in an area that needed a little bit of summer decor. You could use polyfill if you wanted to, but polyfill is really kind of getting a little bit pricey these days. And so, if you've got an old pillow that you're replacing and you're just going to throw it away, then just kind of tuck it back and use the stuffing out of it. Or Walmart sells their cheap pillows for $3. And so just use the stuffing out of that. I mean, honestly, it is cheaper than, buying a bag of polyfill. anymore because it's getting ridiculous, the prices that they want for that. And so for $1.25, Dollar Tree's little chair covers make these cute little pillows. If you were going to put it outside, you could even stuff it with Walmart bags or Dollar Tree bags, and this would just be cute thrown over a chair. I needed this to just kind of zhush up a corner in the hall that needed some patriotic summer decor. So, I mean, you can't go wrong for $1.25 and something that you were going to put in the trash anyway. So, anyhow, I thought this was so cute. Dollar Tree's really turned up the volume with their patriotic decor. And so, happy crafting. I mean, come on, guys. Go out and look at your Dollar Tree. Thanks for sticking around, and I'm telling you, I am not fancy. I am not complicated. So if you want something very uncomplicated but cute, simple, anybody can do, I am your girl. This is your channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video. Give me a thumbs up. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Y'all welcome. And you make my day. I love all the comments and I love interacting with y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos.